Alright, hey guys, and welcome back. I am back this week with another review, as I'm going to be taking a look at one of the Marvel Diamond Select figures, and that is one of my all-time favorite Marvel characters, the Juggernaut. So this is not only just one of my all-time favorite Marvel characters, but one of my all-time favorite iterations of the figure. I think it's a really excellently done sculpt. Now this was before when you saw removable fists, removable accessories. This is more just the articulated version, but I think that the paintwork and the sculpt work is really exceptional on this, so I think that makes a difference between, everybody likes having the different posable hands and faces and things now with, whether it's, Marvel Legends or what have you. But I think a lot of the artwork and sculpting gets lost in the process, so I think sometimes it's good to just have simplified figures instead of making them so complicated, because you lose a lot of what makes the character and what makes all the detail that really just makes up the character's overall look and theme. And I think it's really hit on the mark when Marvel did their Diamond Select series of figures. Even though I don't have very many of them, this was one that I had always wanted, and it's been one of my favorites in my collection ever since I got it. And that's also in part due to the Juggernaut just being an awesome character and one of my very favorite characters in comic book lore ever. So with all that ado out of the way, let's take a look at this actual amazing figure. So right off the bat, you can see this guy is really, really tall. I believe he stands at about 9 inches tall, and let me tell you, this thing has some heft and weight to it. I would say this is probably close to at least a good 3 to 4 pounds, maybe 5 pounds. This thing really, it feels like the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is a big, imposing, villain, let's say, although I hate to call the Juggernaut, a super villain, that, just the mass of this figure really lines up with that well, which is kind of odd. They could have gone the cheaper route. They could have, did some hollow plastic here and things like that, but I think it's actually good that it has so much bulk and weight, because it just adds to the overall feel of the figure. Now you have some really, really fantastic paintwork and detail work, like I said here before. The one thing that really sticks out the most with me on this figure is, we'll just zoom in a little bit here, and I think that's the fists. I think all of his bracers that go around on his arms, I think that really pops just so well. You can pose him in so many intimidating positions, with his arms and stuff like that, where he's looking like he's getting ready to just knock somebody's lights out, and just really imposing and just fantastic. I think that's what makes this great about this figure is, you can really display him. You really get the feel like, wow, okay, that's the Juggernaut. He's getting ready, to beat the snot out of somebody. I like the helmet. It's odd that you can't remove that. I wish that would have been one feature they would have left in, but I don't think it's that bad. I do like the the artwork on his face in there with his gritting teeth and everything like that. So I think that looks good. I also think the two-tone metal looks good apart from his regular costume, and again, like the bracers on his arms. You do have a lot of nice articulation for such a big, bulky figure here, where you can move the arms up and down. They rotate fully around, and then you can rotate also completely around here, as well as you have these nice socketed locking joints that really hold the pose as well. And then at the chest, he doesn't turn all the way around. He can turn mostly around. Well, I suppose he does turn all the way around, but I don't really like to do that, because it feels like you could damage something there, so I generally don't do that. The legs here, they will turn all the way around. They're also socketed, so that way they can rotate the other direction. Same thing with the heels and shoes at the bottom. They have the locking pivots as well, and also at the knees. So for a figure that weighs this much, that's actually a lot of articulation, you know, and a lot of work had to go into that to make sure that he's going to hold together. And again, I like that they didn't miss a beat on the rest of his outfit there, you know, with the lines, the paintwork. That's a detail that could have easily been overlooked. The boots also really look good. And I think it's also neat, too, if you flip it over, even has the tread marks on the boots. So that really completes the picture. I mean, not that you know what his boots look like. I mean, you know, you do from the cartoon, from the comics and stuff. But I think it just, overall, just completes the whole picture of this figure and of the Juggernaut, you know, as a whole. And I think that does nothing but to improve the believability when you're posing him, and just the overall look and appeal of this figure. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this week. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this awesome Marvel Diamond Select Juggernaut figure, and I will see you guys back here next time. Take care.
Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time.